Ari's Bar in Venice opened in 1931, and in its long, rich history, it has served an eclectic clientele, from everyday travelers to Venice to luminaries, including Ernest Hemingway, Truman Capote, George Clooney, and countless others. Now, this bar is mostly famous for its Bellini and its Carpaccio dish, but did you know that there is a secret sandwich lurking on its menu? Today we're gonna make the Venetian Panino. So the Venetian Panino is made with sourdough bread, and we're going to cut our slices and remove the crusts. This bread has got a hefty crust, and so it's really pushing back on me. All right, like I mentioned, we're gonna remove the crusts. Don't throw them away though. They're a great snack, or you can make croutons. Okay, after all that, you better believe we're gonna be making croutons with this, so that's the next project after these sandwiches are done. Oof, I think I burned calories doing that. Okay, we have our bread for the panini. The next thing to do is the filling, basically what makes the sandwich the sandwich. For that, we're going to need 3 key things: Dijon mustard, Gruyère cheese, and butter. All right, grab a blender, and we're gonna go in with 2 tablespoons, 2 generous tablespoons, anyway, of Dijon mustard, just a little bit more. Follow that with 1 tablespoon of unsalted butter, which should be softened. And now lastly, we're going to grate a cup of Gruyère cheese. Now we go in with our Gruyère cheese, which this is what the traditional recipe requires, but I happen to like Gruyère in general. It's got a nice sharp bite to it. This last ingredient is optional. It's quite small, but it adds a nice lift. Just a very roughly chopped clove of garlic. Okay, this mixture is beautifully smooth, and it is ready to be spread on our bread. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're ready to spread this mixture. And then the other half of the filling is a beautifully thin slice of prosciutto. Now, the original recipe actually calls for turkey, but I don't even like turkey at Thanksgiving. And I really enjoy prosciutto, and honestly, I don't think it's a substitution that many people will be upset about. I might just apply a small spread on the other side too. Okay, we're pretty much ready for the stove now. They're assembled and ready to go. All right, let's get some olive oil and a touch of butter over medium heat. You can see as I put each one in, I'm pressing them down, and we're gonna wait for them to get golden brown on each side. All right, let's check them and give them a little flip. Oh yeah. Give the sandwiches a flip and cook them until they're golden brown on the opposite side. Once done, cover them in foil to keep warm and place them elsewhere. Let's very quickly make our potato chips. For best results, you're going to use a mandoline. Be very careful, because even though this is going to make your chips beautifully crispy and light, you can really damage your fingers. So eye on the blade and firm hand on the potato. All right, let's get some canola oil into a pan over medium heat. We're going to fry our potato slices in batches. Arrange your slices in the pan. Make sure not to overcrowd though. Once they have that beautiful kind of off gold potato chip color to them, take them out of the oil, hit them with a little bit of salt on a drying rack. All right, let's hit these with some more seasoning. Add some finely chopped parsley as well. All right, this looks absolutely stunning. I am so excited to dig in. These look absolutely beautiful. Let's break up the Leaning Tower of Venetian Panini. Here we go. So deliciously simple. I think you heard it in the crunch. And it's got this beautiful marriage. The sharpness from the Gruyère and the Dijon mustard. Both of those just go together so beautifully. And then the prosciutto just shows up as well. It's a beautiful trio. Now you may say, how do you know about this menu item at Harry's Bar? And it's because my brother took me to Harry's Bar in Venice when I was studying abroad as a college student. And it was a really, really great memory. We went once for lunch and then once for dinner, and we wore our suits and we James Bonded it up. And my brother, who had been there before, also as a broke college student, didn't want me to have the same experience. He said, there's no reason why you should be in St. Mark's Square in the cold, eating your Nutella panini. We're gonna go somewhere special. And Harry's Bar is a landmark for a lot of people. And I was very grateful that he took me there. But anyway, we sat down and my brother ordered off menu, and the service, which is impeccable by the way, the server promptly brought it. And we had these Venetian panini. So this sandwich reminds me a lot of that trip and reminds me a lot of my brother and the great time that we had there. Also, no quote in the intro to the video today. The song that you're listening to, though, is a real piece of music. It was composed by my good friend Neil Rosenthal, who's a professional musician. It's called Wicked Fat Rooster. Thank you to Neil for letting me use this song. It reminds me of Venice, and of course it's Mardi Gras and Carnevale this week, so I felt the song was apropos.